Well, hello. Today is 12/17/16, and this is a client reading in regards to Paula and a relationship reading between sisters. So I did your guys's, both you and your sisters' birth cards in regards to the tarot. So it's very telling. Paula, you are the lovers. So your main aspect is the lovers. You have the ability to love and be loved. That's what you're always craving. You're always craving love from other people, and you give it willingly. But it's also, you have the other card, which is the devil card. Doesn't mean devil. It just means that it's also like a flaw of yours, that you want to be loved so bad and have it returned, that it can sometimes, hurt you, where you want something to work out so bad, or you are hoping that something works out so bad, and you're giving your all your love, and you get hurt a lot from that. So it's all about learning to balance that and giving people who deserve to be loved that love. And not everybody deserves to be loved by you. Because when you love, you give it all. So you just have to learn how to balance that and, turn that love as a strength and don't allow it to be a weakness. On the other hand, your sister, she's the high priestess. So she's very introspective. She does have a good, intuition, but also underneath her being the high priestess, she's justice and judgment. So at the same time, she judges and she delivers judgment in the same time. So she's one of the people that, she holds a grudge. She's quick to be very, she can be very dismissive. If she feels like she was offended or hurt, she's quick to put you out of her life, and it's hard to win that back. Once she lays down her judgment, it's hard to, have her be forgiven just like that, because she believes in, justice and judgment, and she can dish that judgment out in a second. So that is the personality of you two. What I'm going to do is a relationship reading between the both of you. I usually do relationship readings between couples, but I think it can work in regards to family dynamics too. So I'm going to see where you guys are both at and where we can move from that. All right, so this is an oracle deck that I'm using right now. It's called the Awakening Oracle, and it's a very loving oracle deck. And then I'm going to use my Tarot of the Bastard. And, all right. Whoops. These cards are so slippery. Alrighty. So we're just going to see in the heart of everything. Okay. Oops. These cards want to speak today. Alright. So what I'm going to do is pull an oracle card in regards to your relationship. So the oracle card is wisdom. And there's a difference between wisdom and knowledge, So this card is basically saying, we'll see how it goes with this. So there's a difference between wisdom and knowledge. And sometimes you may have, the knowledge, but you need to put it towards use with wisdom. So we'll see how this interacts with the card. So I want to see presently where your two's relationship is at presently. So right now, I think on both parts, you guys are both contemplating. You're seeing what you guys have done to each other or things that have been said, but you haven't seen what you're missing. You're not looking at what you're missing, what you gained. You both gained from the relationship. You guys are focusing on the hurt that either one of you guys caused, or the things that you guys have done to each other, and you're not thinking about the good times, you know? And I think both of you right now are in a contemplation, maybe because it's the holidays coming up, you know, and you guys are both contemplating. So that's good news. So that works well with the wisdom card, you know? I want to see, where does she think the problem lies? So, was there something that have to do with property? Was it something financially that really started this? A business, financial? We'll see. We'll see what else that says. Where did you see that this problem lied? So you felt that this came out of nowhere. You know, that this, you know, you feel like this relationship, it came out of nowhere. It was a swift change from what you guys used to be. And it kind of hit you unexpectedly. I want to go back. What was this whole prosperity that she's feeling? I want to know a little bit more about that. So it's the Three of Wands. So she put in some type of work and she was waiting for the return. And she's really upset about something. To me, prosperity is like materialistic. It's home, it's job, it's finances. And she was waiting on something to come in. Let me see. And you. Let me see yours. So you feel, it's weird how she's feeling something in regards to something materialistic, and you're feeling that this swift change, you know, it really left you battered, bruised. You are feeling like the victim. You're feeling like, you know, beat up on, like you took a lot. If you look at this card, you know, the guy, you're feeling very, you know, beat up and just feeling like everything you've done, it's just, there's nothing good coming from whatever you've done with this relationship. You get beat up whether you do good or bad, and, you know, there's no real victories going on here. So I want to see, what does she want from your guys' relationship? She wants the Hermit. So she wants introspection, which is her birth card. Her birth card is very much the High Priestess, which is about introspection and intuition. So she wants some introspection. So she's, around this time, she's going in deep. Let me see, another card to go with that. Yes, and she's trying to, you know, at the same time she's doing her introspection, you know, she is trying to balance out the strength and the compassion for both. She's trying to look introspectively, like, what did I do? So this is around Christmas time. So she's also thinking of you. What do you want out of this relationship? You're still feeling very conflicted. You're still feeling, where she's being introspective, you're still upset about this conflict that you guys had. You know, sometimes you have to worry. Sometimes you have to say, okay, you won the battle, but was it really worth it? You know, you still lost because that conflict is still there. So you might have, you know, won the conflict mentally. You might have won the argument verbally, but did you really win? Let me see another card with you. Yeah, you know, and, you know, was it just the illusion of the illusion of winning that battle or that fight? You have to let that go, you know. Let's see. How can you work on this relationship with her? Let me see. Intuition. How can you work on this relationship with her is you're going to have to do that introspection. Like, it was her card that came up, which is her birth card. She's all about really, I don't know if she meditates or if she's like something like that, but she's a person that respects that inner dialogue, that intuition. And that's what you need to do. You need to look into yourself and say, okay, I did this wrong, I did this right. Are you willing to just let that go and say, okay, let's put that to the side and let's work on our relationship now. Let's see what you feel that she needs to do for you to work on this relationship, which is your birth cards are coming up. You feel that she was judgment in you and not fairness. You feel her judgment all the time. You feel that she's constantly passing down judgment to you. And you see how these are her birth cards that came up. So it's on either side. So you're feeling she's constantly judging you and giving you, a sentence as soon as that's going to happen. Let's see. This is you. So, which is all your guys' cards are coming up. So this is for you. You are the Queen of Swords. So you're a very smart woman, but your mouth is vicious. You have a really vicious mouth. And but you're smart. You stand up for what you believe in. You're very compassionate, but you are very professional. But in an argument or in a battle, which is showing up on here, you give it better than what you receive it. You can break somebody down in a second with your mouth. And some of the things that you've said, and you get anger. You kind of get angry fast. It keeps you up at night. This argument, this battle with your sister is keeping you up at night. And the third card for you is judgment. It's time to, okay, admit what you did wrong. And, you if you do get an apology from her, but you have to be okay with, okay, this is what I did wrong. And I know I did this wrong. I shouldn't have said those things. I shouldn't have acted that way. I'm taking responsibility for that. We haven't talked. Can we start somewhere small? Can we go out for coffee, just me and you? And then maybe the next time we can bring the children together. Can we work on, we're adults now. Life is too short. Because you're acting strong, but this is really keeping you up at night. You're very, this makes you very sad. I want to see about her. I'm going to pull 3 cards for her. She's feeling, she's very upset. She's still upset about something that has to do with property or prosperity or money or a job. She's very upset. She feels that something was taken from her. And that's why your guys' relationship is at a standstill. Okay, so if you admit your problems and if you go to her, and say, I apologize, will this relationship, I want to pull a card for that. Compassion. So I want to see, I pulled 2 cards. So the Page of Coins and future planning. So the Page of Coins is all about it's all about, a Page of Coins is all about, saving money, financial opportunities, and future planning. So I don't know. You might want to work on the future, but like I said, what you can do is you can contact her or write her a letter. But she's very upset in regards to a money issue or a job issue, and it keeps coming up over and over again. And also there's, things going on with a lot of conflict, a lot of battle, Let me see. I want to see what's the future of this relationship. 2 cards came on. Well, you know, it looks like it's going to take both of you coming together. If you guys both work on this and admit your wrongs and try to, you know, both fix the wrongdoings that were done on both parts, it looks like you can come together. And it's going to take a whole team. It's going to take you guys working as a team to come over. But the card is, you know, the 9 of Cups, which is like wishful, you know, your wish fulfilled, your wishful thinking. Things are going to come to pass. But there's a lot of underlying issues. And maybe, you know, you can write your sister and say, yes, this was what happened. I'm sorry. You know, sometimes sorry is a big thing. Have some compassion, you know, of how she feels. You know, sometimes we get lost in our own emotions and what we feel that we lose our own compassion. You know, we're so upset that we just say what's on our mind and say things. And, you know, sometimes come from another perspective and really work on this issue, because what's funny is that both of you guys are, you're upset about something happening fast in the relationship. You feel beat up. You feel like you were abused, like, you know, you were taking all this abuse and beat up, and, you know, and you feel like she judges you all the time, but she's feeling like a loss of something materialistic, or a job, or money, or something like that. So you're coming from how you feel. You're coming from an emotional standpoint, and she's coming from a physical standpoint. Like, you know, she's thinking of materialistic physical, and you're feeling, you're in your emotions. So I hope this helped a little bit. If you have any other questions about this, but it looks like if you guys work together as a team and you both, you know, say, okay, I did this wrong, she did this wrong, and we're sisters, we need to come together, our children need to know each other. It's going to take a team effort, but yes, I see that you guys can get it together and work on this relationship, and it's going to come out positive. All right? Well, I hope this helped. If you have any questions, just you know how to message me. And I'll talk to you later. Bye.